let's get to the NFC Wild Card. Now, what I find fascinating, about the playoffs this year, all the AFC games come before the NFC games. So we're not mismatching it. We'll go AFC, all games, then NFC. We start in the NFC with what I think is a potential upset award. I'm not just saying that as an Eagles fan. I called it 2 weeks ago. Packers, Cowboys. I think there's a slight chance here where Green Bay could go into Dallas. If Aaron Jones is a great game, they keep Jordan Love protected, and they walk out Micah Parsons. I think Green Bay matches up well with Dallas. My concern for Green Bay would be, can you block Micah Parsons? Can you block DeMarcus Lawrence? And are they going to be able to get more than one stop on that explosive Dallas offense with that bad Green Bay defense? Again, I think it's unlikely, but I think that the Packers could pull off the upset.
See, I don't, because I don't trust Green Bay's defense with Joe Barry as their defensive coordinator. The Carolina Panthers lit up the Packers defense. We're crying out loud. What do you think Dallas is going to do on their home field against the Packers defense?
Yeah, but Green Bay's playing well. I mean, they held Chicago to 3 field goals. And, you and I were debating back and forth on Justin Fields. So, I don't know, man. They beat Detroit this year. They beat Kansas City. They have good wins on the year.
They do. I love Jordan Love.
You love Jordan Love. Love is a strong word.
I do.
I like Jordan Love. I'm not going to love yet.
I was raving about him a couple weeks on the show. What are you talking about?
Jordan Love, I think, I think he can win you games. I don't know if he can win you a trophy.
This game for me depends on, as much as it depends on Green Bay's defense, Green Bay needs to have their full complement of skill position players. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Aaron Jones. If Green Bay does not have one of those players, they're not winning this game.
So Dallas is 7.5-point favorites. I see this game going one way or another. I see Dallas either completely steamboat racing Green Bay, or I think it's very close. It comes down to the last possession. I lean towards the latter. I think I did Green Bay with the points, so this is my stay away game for the week.
Okay. But now I want to get to the most fascinating game of the entire wild card round.
This is my upset of the week.
I love this matchup. The storylines, the matchups. Oh, it's so good. You have Matthew Stafford, who took the Lions to great heights.
He did? Wait. He did? He never won a playoff game.
Okay.
He never won a playoff game in 10 years.
Whatever.
Everybody keeps telling me Matthew Stafford's such a great quarterback. You all think that because he won a Super Bowl with the damn Rams. He didn't do crap for the Lions. I'm sorry. Jared Goff's already done more good for them than Matthew Stafford's done.
Oh, get out of here with that. Don't hurt.
Are you kidding me? They just had their best season in 30 years. Matthew Stafford never won the division.
Don't hurt Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford took him to great heights. That'd be in the 6th seed every 4 years.
Anyway, so Matthew Stafford is making his return to Detroit with the Rams. And on the other side, you've got Jared Goff facing his old team. You have all the history in Detroit of them not winning a playoff game in 30 years or whatever the streak is. The Rams, they just won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. I can't wait for this game. It is
so the Lions embody Dan Campbell, obviously hard-nosed, tough, and Dan can sometimes get over-emotional. I think the advantage the Rams have in this game is 2 advantages. Number 1, Sean McVay knows every trait of Jared Goff. Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford are more similar quarterbacks than I think people want to admit. Both of them are statues. Both of them are great, accurate passers. But Matthew Stafford can improvise more on the run as opposed to Jared Goff. And you can see here, we are both coughing our heads off. I completely apologize on that for today's championship rings. But I do think in the end, the Rams have Aaron Donald, who I've been very critical of Aaron Donald. I'm the only person in the world, I don't see greatness when I watch Aaron Donald.
What are you watching?
I've never seen him take over a football game. Whenever
Your
I
TV
watch Aaron,
must be broken.
whenever he's on the field, I never see him. I've watched him against Dallas. I've watched him against Philly. I've watched him against San Francisco. In those big games, Aaron Donald never showed up. He made the play in the Super Bowl, and it was the first time I said I saw Aaron Donald appear on film. It's the same thing I've been saying about Myles Garrett for Cleveland in years, and Garrett finally showed up this year. I think Aaron Donald has one of his best games, and I mean games of his career, because I just don't see it. I don't see how this guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easily is.
I don't see the impact. I don't see week-to-week impact from Aaron Donald that I see from the great defensive players like your Reggie White, your Lawrence Taylors, your Michael Strahans, your Micah Parsons. I don't see that from Aaron Donald.
Completely broken then, or you have it on a different channel.
I just don't see it. Every time, he hasn't had a sack in 7 games against the Eagles. I don't think he sacked the Cowboys either. What does he do well in big games?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Tell me. Does he get after the quarterback? Because I think he's just standing there. Because I don't see Aaron Donald make any plays.
You really are watching a different game. It's hilarious.
No, I must be, because I see the Rams losing a lot besides one lucky year with the luckiest quarterback ever in Matthew Stafford, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers decided to blow a coverage. And then in the Super Bowl, they got a phantom illegal contact call, and now everybody loves Matthew Stafford. I've never been the biggest Matthew Stafford fan. I'm more of a Jared Goff fan than a Matthew Stafford fan. May we all forget that Josh Ungar predicted that Jared Goff would not be the starting quarterback at the end of this year for the Detroit Lions. But here we are, Detroit Lions.
We can't be right all the time now, can we?
You're right, we can't be, but I'll be right when the Rams still win and Aaron Donald has maybe 1 sack in the game.
I'm predicting the Rams to win this game also. I think Stafford rips the heart out of Lions fans. And I'll tell you what, it's not going to be Cooper Kupp that catches the game-winning touchdown. It's going to be Puka Nacua.
Interesting. All right. Let's get to the Monday night matchup.
How about them Eagles?
In a driving rainstorm, we head to Tampa Bay. And this is where everybody's counting out the Eagles. Nick Sirianni.
Fly, Eagles, fly, right? Eagles, fly, right? Right? Your offense is this juggernaut. Your defense is great. You barely beat the Giants a couple weeks ago on Christmas. You got stomped by the 49ers. You got stomped by the Cowboys. You lost to the Seahawks. You got whooped by the Giants this past week. What happened, buddy? You were 10-1.
All it takes is one game to get back on track. And this could be that game.
Nope.
The playoffs are a different animal. We went down to Tampa this year in week 3. We dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We took their will. We had the ball for the last 9 minutes of the game. And we have Jason Kelsey. We have Lane Johnson. We have Brandon Graham. We have.
Are you going to have A.J. Brown?
We are going to have A.J. Brown. Yes, we are. He's going to play. I almost put money on it. We're going to have DeAndre Swift. We're going to have Jalen Hurts. We're going to have Devontae Smith. All it takes is one game to get right. I think that this Eagles team comes in. It's the same team now. Everybody's saying they don't have a chance. Yada, yada, yada. I'm telling you right now, don't doubt this Eagles team. This is a team with a last dance sort of feel to it. Will Jason Kelsey retire? Will Wayne Johnson retire? Will Brandon Graham be back? Will Fletcher Cox not be back?
Will Nick Sirianni be back next season?
Nick Sirianni should be back, win or lose. I'm not putting the blame completely on Sirianni. The defense is a mess. I've admitted it. And now, I thought the move to go with Matt Patricia, I didn't understand that move at all.
That was a dumb move. Your offense is a mess also. You can't deny that.
No, you know what? I can't deny it a little bit because I told you it's not that they don't move the ball, it's the turnovers. You know what got that game out of hand against the Giants? Eagles were moving. They were down 3. excuse me. They were down 3-0 to the Giants, and AJ Brown catches a slant, and then he fumbles and gets hurt. I mean, that's the type of stuff that's been happening to this team all year long. They start to move the ball, bam, fumble. Start to move the ball, tip ball, interception. So if you can clean the turnovers up, and the players have said this, that when they watch film, it's not the play calling, it's the execution of the plays.
Well, I haven't seen the adjustments then.
You're right, you haven't seen the adjustments because they haven't come yet. But I believe.
How long do we have to wait for the adjustments to come, though?
Well, you're not going to have to wait long because we're going to find out in 5 days. MLK Day, Monday Night Football, ABC. Philly goes down to Tampa, where they will play their record-setting 5th Monday Night Football game this year. That's out of this world. Who would have thought you would have played 5 Monday night games in 1 year? I think Jalen Hurts has a winner's mentality. Now, Jalen Hurts, I don't believe this, that, he's hurt and all that. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe he has off-season surgery at some point. I don't know. I think Jalen is a winner. Again, I think this team just has veteran leadership. And Chad Ochocinco this week came out and said Philly's just playing possum and they're going to bury people in the postseason. I hope he's right. I don't think it's going to be easy. But I think if you're telling me about a team with veteran talent that can turn it around and win 4 straight playoff games, don't discount this Philadelphia Eagles team. Don't discount them if they win this game. Don't discount them if they have to go to Dallas or San Francisco. There's also an outside chance if they win, if Green Bay upsets Dallas and the Rams upset the Lions, Philly could be hosting the Rams in the divisional round.
That would be a fascinating matchup. I don't know who I would pick if that were to be the case.